Dearest Alfie, how brave. You there! Your knightship! Oh, please, come to our aid! My wife and I are stranded here. Oh, we're refugees, my liege. Those devils would have scalped and skewered them. Oh, it was naught but a small stop for trading folk along the long bravest beast of burden in the borough is Alfie. Why, it would be folly to abandon a bandit, and yet we can hardly stay here forever. Oh, we'd be mighty grateful if you would escort us to Silverglen, your knight. Without Alfie, though, without the tools he carries, I'd be like a fish. Our predicament is clear, and the biggest we are, my liege. Though, like I said, it would.
I can't believe we're
You're right.
stuck here.
We should try to heal Alfie first.
Never reach Silverglen.
Indeed.
Oh, I'm glad you've agreed Alfie needs to.
I need a moment to reflect. For the good of all, source hunters ought to be as altruistic as I.
You've quite trended toward altruism, haven't you?
But how about you close your eyes for a bit? Have a rest.
Close my eyes in the middle of Lucula Forest? Chances are I'll never open them again. No, we must remain vigilant.
What was that? A bandit? Oh, oh no. It's nothing but a squirrel. Oh God. Oh dear, my nerves are all shot.
I can take care of that injury.
Please don't leave us to our own devices, your knightship. Heed our
I
call
can't
for
believe we're
assistance.
stuck here, so close to our goal.
Method of Beetle!
Oh, will we ever reach Silverglen?
Back in the front.
And that's the last of the potatoes. We'll be dining on pine cones soon if no one comes to our rescue.
I can take care of that injury.
Please don't leave us to our own devices, your knightship. Heed our call for assistance.
So close to our goal. Oh, will we ever reach Silverglen?
It's heating up. It's heating up.
Don't you worry, my sweet. We've outrun the orcs and we'll outrun these.
What a pain. Demons take all bandits. I bit one of the buggers in two, and still I have no idea what I am really. Only that I was called bless your heart merely to suggest it, my friend. But you'll need powerful magic indeed to cure a bloodstone. Then it is in your power to heal me.
We have the means to save this animal, and so we shall.
That would be the kind thing.
My word. Well, this is my...
As powerful as it is sinister.
I can't believe we're stuck here, so close to our goal. Oh, will we ever reach Silverglen?
Oh, I feel free. I have no idea. They were...
What do you say, your knightship? Will you escort? Oh, we'll ref. Oh, he's right. We.
the fury of the air.
Can't catch me! You need to strive harder against me!
Save me! Oh, do save me!
Save me! Oh, do save me!
The tears of the gods! The arrow is under my touch, its song, annihilation! Ah! Someone help me! Please!
Save me! Oh, do save me!
Chaos grips my hands today.
Incinerate assault!
A tainted kiss from afar.
from me, fiend! Away!
Heavens. Maybe now you can learn something useful, like how to wash your underthings.
Precision stance!
Sometimes I just want to watch the world burn.
Surrender now! Ah! Someone help me! Please!
Ah! Someone, help me, please!
Maimed and mutilated.
Eternal silence awaits you.
Save me! Oh, do save me!
Away from me, fiend! Away!
Soaked to the skin.
Save me! Oh, do
me! Oh, do save me!
Remember when that redhead used to come by and cheer him up?
Oh, yeah. You know, I bet she was just feeling sorry for that.
The Immaculates here seem to be a friendly enough bunch, though I wonder if they can be trusted.
May the goddess guide you through the forest and keep you safe.
Don't you mind me, for I am saved. But we are not all of us out of the wood. What is to become of us here, I wonder? Oh, but I know, don't I? A blacksmith I was in Hunter's Edge, and a blacksmith I'll remain, for such is my one purpose in life.
The degenerates here claim they have been cleansed. But I can still smell the stink of persisting putrescence wafting from their grimy flesh. Silverglen. As you know, I once carried the burden of disease upon emaciated shoulders. Perhaps I had better explain in greater detail. By all means, if you're in the mood for such a dark tale. Once upon a time, I was a king in a land of beauty to the east. A land of tigers and slender towers, of deserts and forests, of sun. I was a young king, handsome and all-powerful. Every nobleman would have killed his own brother if I promised to take his daughter's hand in marriage. But I refused their incessant. I knew my life as a sovereign would be self-indulgent, but also a self-delusory one, if I weren't to marry for love. And so a handful of years went by. The king's throne I myself occupied, whereas the queen's throne remained empty but for the court's cats. But then one day, a young woman visited my kingdom. She was a poetess and a storyteller. People flocked to her, listened to her every word as if receiving mantras from the divines. I invited her to my palace, and soon our days, our nights, our Hiraka. How I miss her still. Miss the brilliance of her mind that was both as sparkling and as unbreakable as the diamonds that adorned her body. Oh, and how I miss her body. 1,000 artists I could have commanded, show me beauty. But she would have effortlessly surpassed their every endeavor, and curving her lips into a smile, and yet, true happiness. That commodity more precious and even more fleeting than the dominion of kings, sang to us like the nightingale, only to depart come the dawn of our first year's unity. A malady overtook me, and I began to wither. It went like this, Hunter. If a ghoul I had become, so a dark turn of thought convinced me. A ghoul's methods I should employ to escape the labyrinthian crypt of corporeal corruption. A necromancer I'd be. Yes, only from deep within the deliriums of death would I tunnel my way back into the gardens of life. I did unspeakable things in the dusky dungeons that twist like forgotten veins to long-deceased organs far beneath my castle's sunlit halls. Halls which held my throne and held the bed upon which Hiraka slept, her very touch blessing the satin she reposed on. Still there came no relief. Perversions I created in scores, but they were mere undead all. Creatures so piteous that the thought of cheating death in their guise frightened me more than the swing of the scythe itself. Like mosquitoes in the night, panic and despair beset me until I turned to that darkest of all arts, demonology. It had to be. There was no other way. I could feel the life slipping out of me like love out of a betrayed spouse's heart. So I studied tomes so old the dust that fell from their centuries' unperused pages never knew the light of the stars that now shine. I drew forbidden symbols. I spoke unhallowed words, and from the smoke that rose like a dragon's last breath, a demon appeared to me and said, "Ask, O blighted king, and you shall have." "Just tell me," I cried. "Tell me what ails me." Hiraka. Never had I known a single word can cut deeper than the sharpest of daggers. With maddening glee, the demon told me she was one of his kin. A soul-swallowing horror that had been feeding on both my body and my spirit like a leech. An ancient being was she, that moved from king to king throughout the ages, filling their hearts with love, then draining them of life. After such revelations, does one truly desire to live on? Death seemed like a mother then, welcoming me with her all will be well embrace. Yet still I feared exceedingly her seemingly sweet caress, and the oblivion that would follow. Release me from her, demon, and give me back the strength of a sick, free existence. So went my desperate plea. It smiled, of course it did. Smiled bare 100 razors as its eyes came alight with infernal fire. 1,000 years I will give you, it whispered. But then your soul shall be mine to incarcerate in the depths of hellish nemesis. As for your throne, that I'll have now. What say you, O brittle king? Do you accept my terms? I think you know the answer to that question, Hunter. But I've said enough for now. These memories are painful to recollect, so let us turn to the rest of them later. More prey awaits.
Well, well, well. So our very own demon hunter once dabbled in the so-called darkest of arts himself.
A man so utterly betrayed and dying will grasp at any straw. I can hardly blame him.
Neither can I. Clearly his great love was almost the very death of him.
Hi there, cutie pie. Want to have a good time?
A double whiskey, if you please.
Coming right up.
Tell me, sweetie, you at some point...
Over here, sweet cheeks.
Where the wind blows, the goddess breathes. Where the rivers run, the goddess weeps. How can I connect you to our eternal goddess, my friend?
the goddess! Oh, pass the shroud!
Friend, this is most excellent news. Welcome to the Immaculate Vault.
I can feel the goddess has been coursing through my very veins.
Waitress, service please.
What can I get you, hun?
Double whiskey, if you please.
Won't be a moment.
Goddess greetings, friend. Her greatness gave us fire, her greatness gave us earth, and my savvy brings you spells at the best rate in town. Come, give me your best offer.
You must be a broom, because you just swept me off my feet. Me? Even true love has a price, angel face. Luckily for you, that price is but 250 golden coins.
Here, sweet cheeks. Oh, I'm aching to share a moment together.
So it is. But let's make sure there's a fireman.
Coursing through my very veins.
Daemon Daemonium. More prey.
God, the fuse is getting shorter.
There you are, Cuddles. Oh, where have you been all my life? What we do here is between you and me, lover. So tell your friend to leave us, would ya?
Let me go, you little monster. Away with you. No, Vicky Victor. He got the princess face.
There you are, Cuddles. Well, it seems I've got you right where I want you, darling. If you're ready to begin, I'll start by stripping you down. Oh, the question is, she delivered us from destroyer of source, defiler of all that is holy. Still lost one.
Into the fray once more.
Quite a bit. I wouldn't complicate things by thrashing about.
God, the fuse is getting shorter.
Yeah.
Stop it! Freeze it! Stop poking! Nothing like that! Leave fuse alone or boom!
Try again.
Let me go, you little monster! Away with you! No, Vicky Victor! He got the princess face!
Breaking bones.
Please, somebody do something! Throw a bucket of water over the damn thing!
I can thwart your every move. Frostbite!
God, the fuse is getting shorter. Stop it! Freeze it!
Stop talking, naughty princess! Leave fuse alone or boom!
Let me go, you little monster!
Sing praises! My target dances in shadows!
Oh, how I'll sing of your entrails.
Please, somebody do something! Throw a bucket of water over the damn thing!
I need another chance!
God, the fuse is getting shorter! Stop it! Freeze it!
Stop talking, naughty princess! Leave fuse alone or boom!
Stay back, my friend.
Let me go, you little monster! Away with you!
He got the princess!
Please, somebody do something! Throw a bucket of water over the damn thing!
My target dances in shadows! Chaos grips my hands today.
I'll make short work of this scum.
God, the fuse is getting shorter! Stop it! Freeze it!
No glory in this death.
Let me go, you little monster!
Let's see. Key,
Away with you!
lockpick, or hammer. Ooh!
Please, somebody do something! Throw a bucket of water over the damn thing!
Princess hot tongue or boom!
God, the fuse is getting shorter! Stop it! Freeze it!
Stop talking, naughty princess! Leave fuse alone or boom!
Let me go, you little monster! Away with you!
No, Vicky did that. He got the princess fell.
Please, somebody do something! Throw a bucket of
Into
water
the
over
fray
damn
once
thing.
more.
Princess hot tongue or boom!
Sweet relief. Calm down. We're not coming any closer. Let's just talk about this.
Yes, don't worry, miss. We'll get you out of this.
Princess keep her trap shut or bicky boom. No, folks, shoo. Oh.
Gods, the fuse is getting shorter. Stop it! Freeze it!
Stop.
Now they will expire soon.
Calm down. We're not coming any closer. Let's just talk about this.
Yes, don't worry.
Another perfect heist. You sneak with the subtlety of a tried and true cat burglar.
Why, thanks. I rather do, don't I? Ha! A few more heists and I'll be a fat cat in no time.
No doubt about it.
If only the popular girls from the Swords Academy could see how edgy and dangerous you've become.
Into the fray once more. I feel better already.
What's your poison, sugar?
I'll have a glass of wine, please.
Coming right up.